As I tippy-toe to my garden,
What are you singing, dude?
where all the little pretty flowers dwell. There's a rare perfume in my garden. You don't know where that's from?
No.
Me
Okay,
either.
somebody must know.
I don't know, man.
Now, you don't know Americana, I guess.
Welcome. Great start. Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
Delightful Dylan with extra tapatio.
More like distracted Dylan.
Extra coasters.
Yeah.
Well, there is no Tapatio on the table, but we do have 5 awesome tequilas here because we are closing out, not closing out, but we're kind of finishing the first run of our best tequila. In this episode, we're going to determine the best Añejo tequila out of these 5. And this is the same brands that we did the Blanco and the Repo challenge with. Our plan is to take the winners and maybe the runner-up and bring some other ones to the table to compare and see what happens in another round of all this.
Finally bring some tapatio.
Yeah, finally bring the Tapatio in and the Siete Leguas and all the things that people are asking us. Where's this? Well, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Jeez.
Who are you saying, G's to me? Or
Yes,
to,
you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So condescending.
No, I'm not condescending.
I'm delightful.
No.
No.
Extra
I'm
shaving mirrors, but
never condescending, right?
never.
Okay.
Stop playing with your shaving mirrors, dude.
He's shaved. Anyway, so like I said, the same brands that we've had in the prior 2 challenges. If you want to see what happened in the Blanco challenge and in the Reposado challenge, check out the links that will be popping up over there above Dylan's head somewhere. You can also just search on our channel or check out our tequila playlist, and you'll be able to see all that fun stuff. Now, spoiler alert, I'm about to reveal the winners from the last 2 rounds. So the Blanco winner.
Do you have to spoil it? Who cares?
You don't want me to say it?
Why not?
What does it matter?
Fine, it doesn't matter. Dylan doesn't care. We're just going to do this
Okay,
one.
fine. Whatever. Do whatever you want. It's your show.
Jeez. I thought you were supposed to be delightful. Shouldn't you be,
Sorry.
Fail.
shouldn't you be encouraging?
Hey, Dutch.
Hey, Dylan. What did you have for lunch today?
Do whatever you want. The sport.
Hey, Dylan, what won the Blanco challenge?
I think it was me. I don't remember.
Tequila Ocho won
yeah,
the Blanco.
Tequila Ocho.
So we do have the Tequila Ocho Añejo there. And the runner-up for the Blanco, I believe, was the El Tesoro.
Tesoro,
So
yeah.
we have the El Tesoro Añejo here as well. The Reposado, surprising winner for us, maybe a little bit, was Arete.
Arete, yeah.
I think that El Tesoro was the runner-up.
I thought it was
or
Ocho.
It was
I think
Ocho, I
Ocho.
think. And then El Tesoro, yeah. But Fortaleza has not had a good showing so far in our
I
blinds.
know, so disappointed.
So we will see how it does here in the Añejo challenge. Now, if you haven't seen our other ones, let's talk about what we have. We do have kind of a range of prices with the cheaper Arete all the way up to the more expensive Tequila Fortaleza. Availability on these, varies with your market.
Good luck.
Yeah, Fortaleza Añejo has become hard to find these days. But we're going to get these poured, and we're going to run our blind challenge as a double blind. I'm going to pour. Jules is going to label the bottles, or label the glasses. And for this, because these are different colors, as you can see, we're not going to be using our regular tequila tasting glasses that we have and we use for most of our tequila videos. We're actually going to be using black Glencairn glasses, which provide pretty much the same experience, same kind of shape for the most part. But that way we won't get any hints on the color. Dylan is long gone. So, hey.
I guess it's
back,
on us.
We'll be back in a jiffy. These have been poured and labeled. We did run out of stickers, so we have one unlabeled, and the rest we've got a blue, a green, a red, and an orange. We're not going to taste them. We're going to rank them from favorite to least favorite, and then we're going to render our guesses as to what's what and reveal our winner in just a little bit. So guys, get tasting.
Winner.
We just finished tasting and ranking and scoring and guessing. This might have been the most fun out of the three that we've done.
It was really great.
And there was absolutely, at least for me, there was not a loser among them.
Oh, no.
This was different experiences, all very good, actually.
I would say this had more utility than the Reposado and the Blanco for me, because if you wanted to really showcase tequila and just like elevate the brand, this is what you do.
Yeah.
And I think people would just get, oh my goodness.
This was super fun, super fun. In some ways it was easier than the others, but in other ways it was harder. But let's get into it. Let's first talk about the aroma. I'll kick things off here. I had a clear winner on the nose. It was the red. Definitely my favorite on the nose. I thought the blue had a very good nose. The blank and the orange had pretty good as well. And then the green was the one that was a little bit like funky on the nose. So I don't know, some people might like that the best, but it stood out. It wasn't my favorite, so yeah, I'll go on record. Favorite on the nose, red.
Wow. So actually, red was my favorite nose as well. But
Are you gonna leave me hanging?
Oh, yeah,
This one? You too?
You too?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's just not bury the lead. But so
Okay.
red, clear winner on the nose.
Yeah, clear winner. And then I enjoyed blue a lot. Or, sorry, blank a lot. So that's second place.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and then orange and blue were just toss-up for me. And then, yeah, I actually ranked green at the bottom for my nose. So.
To me, I don't know that I would put it on the bottom. It just was
Yeah,
the
it's
most
just-
different.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I think it could have been first in some ways
Yeah.
for me because it was so
definitely.
unique.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Dylan.
So number one is red.
Wow.
Hands down, the most balanced aroma.
Yeah.
It has everything that
like
I want.
buttery.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
great. Second was blue. I thought the blue it was close. It's just that I thought the balance was not as good in terms of the aroma with the blue. And then it was like a toss-up between green, blank, and orange. I would say the orange was muted for me. And then the blank and the green had sweetness. Like, I thought the green was actually sweeter.
Yeah, it was
but
really
just,
good. It
was
had
just
like that earthy hit though.
yeah,
me.
but it was just, it didn't stand out like the blue and the red. So that was the conclusion.
All right, good. All right, let's move on to the palette. We'll reveal our thoughts on the palette and our winner, and then we'll get into ranking after we've all revealed what our first place was. Palette was a very interesting experience, and I'll just kind of go in order that I was tasting them, which I actually started with the orange. Very mild overall, I felt.
Which one? The orange?
The orange.
Okay.
But good flavors across the board, and when I came back to it each time, it held up. It didn't fade at all throughout the entire process.
Yeah.
The red, the thing I wrote down was buttery. The great mouthfeel, the flavors were clear, they were crisp, they were very, very rich.
Right.
Yeah.
The green, the earthy component carried on to the palate for me. There was a serious earthy hit to that one. The blue, I thought was overall okay. It was kind of like the red one, but muted a bit. It still had a kind of a buttery mouthfeel to me and good flavors, but it just was muted. And then the blank one was almost like the standout in some ways. It was very fruity.
Yeah.
It was very unique on the palate. Ultimately, though, my favorite on the palate, it was the red. Carried through with the nose. Red was my favorite.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So actually, in terms of palette, I actually ranked blue and blank, or orange and blank, the same for me in terms of the experience. I really enjoyed both. And then from there, surprisingly, even with the earthiness, I actually liked green and red after that.
So you got earthy on
And
green
then-
as well?
Yeah, earthy on green. And then blue, I mean, still great too, but just didn't stand out as much for me on the palette after that. I ultimately ended up liking the orange the most.
Really?
Because something
that.
similar to what Dutch experienced, every time I kept going back to it, like its flavors just still remained more pronounced
It held up
compared to the other ones. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
very similar
So-
experience.
Yeah. So orange, I felt like it was very stable and simple. It was straightforward, very pleasant, but very simple. The red was extremely complex.
Yeah.
I thought the balance was much better. It really stood out in terms of just overall mouthfeel, balance, complexity, sweetness, the right amount, good amount of earthiness. There was almost like a slight vegetal component as well. Red ultimately became number one. I picked red above all else.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
Basically, red was just
I guess unless
really
Jules ranks
great.
it last.
Yeah, and then green, green I thought was also sweet. It did have a bigger proportion of like the earthy flavors. Again, more vegetal. The blue was actually not bad. I would say it's pretty close to the red in terms of balance
Yes.
and mouthfeel and the sweetness and the level of sweetness that it provided.
But mild, right? Like not as intense.
But yeah, I just felt like it. I judged it on balance. I felt like the red one was superb, and then the blank was good, but it was similar to orange in that it was very simple for me. And the orange might be simple sweetness, whereas the blank was simple, like almost like the like a savory flavors.
I got fruit. It read as fruit to me, like bright fruits.
Yeah, and like cactus flower, cactus candy type of thing. Maybe a slight bitterness as well. So that's the conclusion, but I thought red was my winner.
Well, it looks like red is the winner, but I don't know where Jules ended up ranking it. So
Red was just mid for me. So
Oh wow! So maybe it's not on points, on total points. So let's see. Let's rate. Let's do our rating, our ranking.
Okay.
I guess if I were actually put 1 to 5.
Put 1 to 5. I'll just go in my order. Number 1 for red. Number 2 was orange. 3 was green. 4 was blue. 5 was blank.
Got it. For me, 1 is orange, 2 is blank, 3 is red, green is 4, and then blue is 5.
Okay. Red was 1, blue was 2, 3 is green, 4 is blank, and 5 is orange.
Wow. Okay, so let's confirm the numbers here real quick.
Yeah.
The order then, official ranking here, tied for last place was the blank and the blue with 11 points. Then in third place was green. Second place was orange, and first place was indeed red.
Nice.
So
We do have
Time
a
to
winner.
guess.
time to guess. Should I go? You guys want to go?
Go.
All right, I'll go first. All right, so let's go.
Them for me.
Yeah, let's go blank to orange or orange to blank.
Okay.
Orange, and by the way, I changed all these. I originally thought that the orange was the El Tesoro, but I ended up changing it to Arete.
Okay.
The red, I originally thought was the Fortaleza, but I changed it to El Tesoro.
Okay.
I'm covering all my bases here.
Yeah.
Green originally I thought was the G4, but then I switched that to Fortaleza, so I did think it was the Fortaleza in the end.
Wow.
Blue, I did think that was the Arete originally and switched it to G4.
Oh my god.
And then the blank I kept from the get-go as Ocho. I think I guessed that one on the nose, actually. So
Got it.
yeah.
It's funny because I think a lot of mine lined up with your original guesses.
Oh yeah?
So orange for me, Ocho. Red, Fortaleza.
Yeah.
Green, El Tesoro. Blue, Arete. And then blank, G4.
Okay.
So minus blank pretty much lined up a lot.
So I guessed orange was G4, red was Fortaleza, green was Ocho, blue was Arete, and blank was El Tesoro.
Really interesting. I have almost no confidence in my guess.
Oh yeah, dude, mine's all random.
The reason I ultimately switched to my Fortaleza though was that earthy component. And I remember in our blinds, like the earthiness of Fortaleza comes through much more in comparison. So that's why I was
okay, I get that, but like I remember.
But then G4 is also kind of earthy.
No, what always throws me off is Arete.
Yeah.
It throws me off.
Because you never know where
It's crazy, yeah.
All right, should we reveal?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
So why don't you do
We dug
like
our hole.
last place?
Last to first.
and then-
Okay.
Last to first.
Yeah, and
So
then-
blank and blue both were tied with 11 points ultimately. So let's start with the blank. That's what's that?
Blank.
Red A.
Yeah. Blank.
Okay. So that was column 1, which was El Tesoro.
Wow.
That's what you guessed, right? Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, blue
Blue. Okay.
was column 5. Blue was G4, which I guessed.
Boo.
All wrong.
So G4 and El Tesoro taking up the bottom of the pack here. Green, third place, was Fortaleza, as I guessed.
Ah, you got it right.
Man.
All wrong.
All right. which means we'll go down to the wire. First place
First place.
was red.
Yeah.
Second place orange. So red, our winner of the best Añejo tequila among these. Red was...
Oh my God, Ocho, huh?
Red was Ocho.
Wow.
Tequila Ocho. The winner.
Wow.
Meaning second place, the orange was Arete.
Arete.
Which is also what I guessed. So I got
well done.
3 of these right.
I got
El Tesoro, guys. And this is
zero.
the 2021 La Ladera batch for those of you keeping score at home. Again, there is a lot of batch variants in this, but what an amazing mouthfeel.
This was cool.
Yeah.
This was fun.
It was really
It was
clearly
really
my
good.
favorite.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was my favorite. What did you pick? You picked
orange. though.
orange. And
Orange,
that
the
was,
runner-up.
Red was my second, yeah.
orange was Arete, right?
Arete.
Third, sorry.
runner-up.
Red was my third. Yeah.
Wow. Third place was the Fortaleza, which I think it was it third place in our Blanco? I thought it was third place in one.
I don't remember.
I can't remember. But anyway, guys, I gotta say, great showing again by Arete.
yeah.
And strangely enough, El Tesoro, which has consistently been one of the top ones for us, is last place here among the Añejos. For me, though, I really think this was an exercise in splitting hairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after you got past...
They were all good.
Honestly, everything under the Ocho for me was minutely different. Like, as far as ranking it. The flavors were very different, but I liked them all a lot.
I mean, when I'm doing this comparison, like the Ocho is just
It
really
is.
great. It's just
Yeah,
buttery.
I love the butteriness.
It's buttery. It's mouthfeel is great. I felt like the
Oh,
balance
man.
was really great.
Fantastic.
That's fun.
And I think
That's
what's interesting
fun.
to note also is that, Ocho is well known for reusing barrels, and you can tell by the color. Like, this is the lightest color of all the ones that we poured, I think. And that's part of the reason why we did them in these black glasses. You can't tell the difference in the color. Like, even the Arete is darker. I don't know if you can see it there on the main camera, but like it's definitely a darker color.
Yeah.
And, when you throw in some of the other ones, I think the Fortaleza is probably the darkest of them. So, I mean, it just goes to show you, like, the color of Añejo doesn't always have the biggest impact on the flavor.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, guys, any other thoughts? Any other take-homes on this? This was super fun.
All really delicious.
I think we can easily recommend all of these.
Yeah. There's no con.
But I think, as we look back at this competition, we did, Blanco through Añejo. Ocho won twice. Arete did very well as well. I mean, won the Repo. And second place here with the Añejos. So, some good brands here, guys.
Tells us nothing.
No, it tells us also that Fortaleza didn't win anything.
Right.
The most esteemed brand in many people's eyes didn't win a single one of these for us. So
Now you have to wonder, maybe we did that on purpose so that people
keep the
don't-
price down. Or hey, I think.
So you mean this whole thing's rigged?
All right, guys. Well, you can see our chicken scratching here. Nothing was rigged.
Yeah.
We couldn't fake this.
I
if we
honestly
tried.
got them all wrong.
I'm actually impressed with my guesses. I'm usually not
good.
that good at
Well
these,
done.
but nailed a couple of them here. All right,
Thanks for being so humble.
Yeah, hey, why don't you be a little more delightful, and then I'll consider
You know what?
increasing my humility. By the way.
No. I just want to make sure that the graphic has changed to Delectable Dylan.
Yeah, delectable. All right, let's take
Tell
this
us
out.
what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, let us know. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private, our membership program here on YouTube. We are also on Patreon. And other great ways to buy a t-shirt. Yes, that one.
And the tequila.
And yes,
I should have brought the green one.
90s tequila shirt.
Our green one's better.
We call it turtles. Turtle tequila.
It's tequila time.
What? It's in a turtle-esque font.
Exactly. That's what the font name is, Turtle-esque.
Yes, with a Q at the end.
We also have a podcast on the major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
So, like, I'm then Raphael, right? I would be
Raphael.
So you mean
You're
You're
the one with the
He's
most
Donatello.
Michelangelo.
No, he's Donatello.
Or
He's tech support,
Michelangelo.
dude. He's
Oh
Donatello.
yeah, that's true. Donatello. What is Dutch?
That means he's
April.
Leonardo.
No, I'm Splinter.
Splinter.
No, he's that. No, he's the hockey mask guy.
Oh,
Who's that guy?
yeah, what was his name? Shoot. What's his name?
Bebop and Rocksteady. Remember them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shredder's minions. Casey.
Casey, right?
Dude, this was good, man. How good is this?
Dude.
That's really good.
Amazing.
I'm actually shocked.
Murder.
I mean, Ocho just kind of blindsided me on this one.
Yeah, Ocho really.
That is so good, man.
Oh,
And it's just
amazing.
so buttery.
Well, we do have to do at some point an extra añejo. So I think what we should do is we should do an extra añejo and then go backwards.
Yeah, we got to hit extra. We'll take Fortaleza out and either replace it with something or just do it a 4-way. Because there's extras for all these.
Yeah, that's true.
And see what the best extra is, and then we go back to Blanco and pull in some other
Reset
brands.
it.
all the other ones, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, keep the winner,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or get a more recent batch of the Ocho for the Blanco.
Okay.
Something consistent.
Yeah.
And maybe keep the first and second place of each round, and then bring in 3 new ones.
More.
Just
That's a good
our base.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and if you guys are still watching, drop some comments. Let us know what you guys think for the second round. We've gotten a lot of great suggestions for other brands. I think all of them were on our list
Especially-
anyway. But
Yeah, we know we have a lot more to fill on the.
we should not put Siete Leguas in again, so that everybody says where's.
Well, how about we do like a tequila contender?
I was thinking about that. That'd be kind of fun. Got a lot
I
of
feel like this is more effective.
yeah,
though.
the curated list.
Yeah.